An array is defined as the collection of similar type of data items stored at contiguous memory locations. Arrays are the derived data types in C language which can store the primitive type of data such as int, char, double, float, etc. It also has the capability to store the collection of derived data types such as pointers, structures, etc. The array is the simplest data structure where each data element can be randomly accessed by using its index number. C array is beneficial if you have to store similar elements. For example, if you want to store the marks of a student in 6 subjects, then we don't need to define different variables for the marks in the different subject. Instead of that, we can define an array which can store the marks in each subject at the contiguous memory locations. By using the array, we can access the elements easily. Only a few lines of code are required to access the elements of the array. Next, properties of array. Array contains some properties. Each element of an array is of same data type and it carries the same size, that is int data type equal to 4 bytes. The next property is elements of an array are stored at continuous memory locations where the first element is stored at the smallest memory location, that is at the 0 level. The third property is the elements of the array can be randomly accessed since we can calculate the address of each element of the array with a given base address and the size of the data element. So this is about the properties of array. Next, the advantage of array in C language. The first advantage is code optimization, that is less code is required to access the data. This is one of the advantages of using array. The next advantage is ease of traversing. By using the for loop, we can retrieve the elements of an array easily. The another one advantage is ease of sorting. To sort the elements of the array, we need a few lines of code only. The fourth advantage is random access. We can access any element randomly using array. Next, disadvantage of using array. The first disadvantage is fixed size. Whatever size we define at the time of declaration of the array, we cannot exceed the limit. So, it doesn't grow the size dynamically like linked list. This is one of the disadvantage of using array. Another one disadvantage is same data types. Here, only elements of same data types can be stored in an array. We cannot store elements of multiple data types in a single array. Next, declaration of array. We can declare an array in C language by using the syntax given here. First, data type, then array name, then within the square bracket we have to mention the size of array, then finally semicolon. Let's see one example here. Here, int is data type and marks are array name and 5 is the array size. Let's see initialization of C array. The simplest way to initialize an array is by using the index of each element. We can initialize each element of the array by using the index. Here one example is given. Here marks is array name, then the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are index value. The mark 80, that is the value that is stored in the position 0th position, that is the initial position. Then the marks 80 is stored in the array of 0. Then 60 is stored in the array of marks 1. Then 70 is stored in the array of marks 2. 85 is stored in the array of marks 3. Now the 75 mark is stored in the array of marks 4. This is about initialization of array. Now array declaration with initialization. We can initialize the array at the time of declaration. Let's see the example. Here one simple code is given. First the data type is given, then array name, marks, then size is 5. So we can store 5 values to the array name marks. The value should be given within the pair of curly braces. This is compile time initialization. That is assigning the value to the variable while writing the program. When you are assigning the value in the compile time, there is no requirement to define the size. So it may be written like this. In the second line, the size is not mentioned. Only the value is assigned to the marks. In this example program, the array is declared and initialized in a single line. In the fifth line, the array name marks is declared with the size 5 and the value is initialized on the right side. This is what initializing an array at the time of declaration.